Hey, it's Faith Talk Live. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
There,
Anita Renfroe.
yes, she is.
I beat you to it.
I forgot she squeezes her name in there. I should know better, right?
Get it right in there. I'm like, no. If that's what we're doing, the shout outs. Do you have any other guests that do that just butt in and
Every once in a while, yeah, we will.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. I'm not original.
But there's some that have earned that right, and of course, Anita Renfroe being one of them. So
Because we've known each other for never and ever. Doesn't it seem? Especially since 2020 has lasted 10 years.
Yeah, yes, it has actually. Yeah.
A lot on our friendship link, right?
Yes, it has.
Thanks for hanging with us. We wanted to cover a couple of things to see what's going on with you. First of all, though, we're asking every guest your favorite Christmas movie. Go.
Elf by no, sorry. That's my grandkids, which has become by default mine.
Yeah.
But my favorite forever and ever, and it has been since I was 17, is It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
And the reason is when I was 17, this was the first time I saw it. This would be 1979. My grandmother was in the hospital dying of breast cancer. And I had elected during my college break over Christmas holiday to go sit with her in the hospital. She was very, very sick, and we knew that it wasn't going to turn around at this point. So I was very, very close to my grandmother because my mom and I lived with my grandmother and grandfather from the time I was 2 till the time I was 10. So very formative years. And my Nana was very deeply involved in encouragement and blessing my life. And so it didn't feel like a chore to go sit with her. I wanted to be with her, but it was quite lonely up there at the hospital. So one night, and I think this might have been one of the first years that the copyright ran out. You know that story, how somebody on some legal team somewhere failed to file for the copyright. And so it became public domain.
Yeah.
And any station could run it. And thank God, because we might have never had this treasure of this story had the copyright not run out, and stations were looking for programming. And so they put it on, because it was seasonal. And man, sitting there in that hospital that night, it was the first time I saw it. And it might have just been the tenderness of the moment that she was so sick that the story resonated with me, because my Nana was not famous. She raised 9 kids during the Depression and somehow kept body and soul together, and had three preachers and a lot of other people in full-time vocational gospel ministry. And she was literally one of the first in her lineage to veer off on the family tree towards Jesus. Right.
Wow.
So, quite an influence, but she would have never known. She would have never said that about herself. And it was just, I just remember the moment like it was yesterday. I was sitting there, and why would I, as a 18-year-old, be interested in a black and white movie? And it became by far the message of each man's life touches so many others. And it would be a shame if he weren't around. And especially, I'm thinking about 2020 and how many people have felt that kind of despair this year and given into it and ended their lives. And man, if we ever needed It's a Wonderful Life, I think 2020 might be the year that it's going to reap the most benefit of any time, for people to think twice about what a hole their absence would leave in the world if they weren't here. And it's hard to remember in the middle of a bunch of mess. We are still in it. I remember in the spring thinking, my spring dates are down the toilet. Probably the fall is going to be killer, because everybody's going to be ready to get back out.
Right.
No idea that the fall would be even worse, And there is hope for 2021. I'm very, very hopeful that people will either have the vaccine or have had it. I think there will be a very nice mix of all of that, right? And just be anxious to gather again. I hope. I hope that will restore our souls. It's been a year of just soul scorch,
Yeah.
because we weren't meant to do life alone, and a bunch of us have been having to do it alone a lot.
Right.
So God bless. My prayers and love out to everyone, frontline workers especially. God bless. What a year.
We know you mentioned upfront workers, critical workers. I read a poll this morning or an article that Times 2020 Person of the Year is actually first the people like that, the servers,
Wow.
healthcare workers.
We don't think of them always on par with military, but this year, this was the war. This has been the war. And we've lost a lot. I think a lot of frontline critical care workers have lost a lot, even if they didn't lose their lives. They've lost time away from their families. I talk about sometimes on Memorial Day or Veterans Day about there's a lot of ways to lay down your life. And sometimes it's the convenience or the comfort of your home is what a lot of soldiers lay down. That is, they've lost years and time away from their family they can never put back. And so I feel that same way about our critical care workers. They've had to quarantine themselves. They've worked double, triple shifts trying to, meet the demand. So, so much respect and honor to them. That is a Times Person of the Year that is much deserved. I've seen several I've not actually agreed with, but this one for sure.
Yeah,
yes, absolutely.
Definitely. We're talking with Anita Renfroe, our good friend Anita Renfroe, and just to kind of lighten things up a little bit, you've had the kids, the grandkids in the house with you.
Yeah, we don't even acknowledge their birth parents. It's the grandkids, right?
Yeah, you raised them and they're done.
We're just the vessel through which the grandkids
yeah,
were.
exactly.
So
that's where Rick and I are both waiting for those times to come.
Yeah,
but you've had them with you, and you said you're a little worn out. Is that right?
Oh man. Oh, to the moms of, I would say, school age preschoolers, props. I completely forgot how much energy it takes to wrangle their energy, right?
Yeah, right.
Woo, they're just ready for everything. And it's not that they're crazy wild. They're all very well behaved. It's just they're busy.
Yeah.
And you cannot skip out on any of the busyness or it ends up in a pile of things, right? So you kind of have to stay around the busyness. And I have been buzzing around their busyness for a couple of weeks now. And I need like B12 shots. I need. I was well rested up, from COVID. I haven't been traveling, no shows. And so I'm like, oh yeah, I'm full of energy. And then I'm like, nope, I'm 58. I am not full of energy.
Do you still have that massage chair, Anita?
I do, thank God.
Good.
I haven't had the strength to go up and get in it, but we've been making up games. One is called Hide. No seek.
No seek, just hide.
The longer you stay hidden, the more you win.
Just like Bigfoot.
Where did Grammy go? Is she trying to find us? Yeah.
No, fine. Just hide.
Yeah.
So those of you with school age children, just try that game.
Yeah.
Sometimes they fall asleep where they're hiding, like double score and Scrabble. It's like, yes, they fall asleep in the closet, which sounds like punishment from 1957, but it's not if they naturally fall asleep in the hiding place. Anyway, so far they've done very well at that game. That's the only way I know to get in a cup of coffee in the middle of the afternoon when the energy flag is palpable. It just I normally would do that anyway, but now it's like I'm just clinging to the coffee pot. I'm like, please bring me some. Let my brain cells touch, please. Just touch. Yeah. So what it has really reminded me of is to pray for my daughters and daughter-in-laws. Woo! I forgot. Now it's very, very clear. It's all coming back to me now, to quote Celine Dion's song. Anyway.
Hey, do your kids at all say, hey, you didn't let us get away with that when we were young. How come you're letting the grandkids?
I think I shut that down real early on. I was like, well, if you'd been as awesome as these people. So they don't bring it up because they know it doesn't fly. It doesn't fly right here. In Grammy Town, that does not fly.
Grammy Town.
Yeah, come on down to Grammy Town.
You got to keep them humble, right? I mean, just remind them of
I'm
the
like,
customer
no, and all the Christmas gifts now are funneled right past them.
Yeah.
Yep, buy to your gifts, support yourself, enjoy your own money.
Yep, I get you.
Anita Renfroe wanted to check in on John, how he's doing. And you've been in your new house, and I don't remember how long. It's, let's say, months. How's it going? You guys being Texas or Texans?
Domesticating our Eden, which is also a small piece of Hades because of rocks. Did I tell you before that the place that we built is completely rock with just this much dirt, and everything past an inch is like Paleolithic, monolithic. It's all layers of rock.
Because you're near Austin, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all rock. And so, Jesus said the wise man built his house on the rock. I'm feeling we are the wisest, but also the dumbest, because you can't till up anything for a garden. It's how about a rock garden? How do you feel about more rocks? So
there's no basements there, right? I mean,
no basements. You have to actually use dynamite.
Yeah.
To blow a hole big enough. I'm telling you, it is the craziest thing. So we've been enjoying raking rocks. I think other people are raking leaves. We get out there and we just rake the rocks, and it'll probably take some and throw them over the ridge. We got a ridge that goes down, about 30 feet down there, and we just keep throwing the rocks down. And what I've noticed is the deer seem to appreciate it because they have more footholds to climb up to come to the grass.
Yeah. Do you jump in the pile of rocks like you do leaves, or do you not?
No, I have not. I'm just between the rocks and the cactus. It's like this is what God said in the curse in the garden. Like, the soil is going to be hard.
Yeah,
and you're going to have to work hard to make anything grow. And so thank God for the wildlife that we can enjoy. That's like the trade-off. You're not going to have great grass, but you're going to see 7 deer before breakfast. So it's beautiful. The sunsets are spectacular. If you combine, we've been to South Africa, to Kruger, to the Serengeti. And we've been to Panama City, and we've been to Blue Ridge. If you take the sunsets from those 3 places, because we have the rolling hills like the Blue Ridge, we have the odd shaped trees that look like Africa, and we have the orange ball glow sunsets. They're spectacular. So it kind of makes up for the rocks. So,
wow. Awesome.
We're loving it. It's very peaceful here. Very peaceful. And I don't know at what point in your life that becomes a high value object, but I don't know. I guess after 20 years of traveling full time, just being able to sit and watch that beautiful sunset and the deer, it's really meaningful. I can tell you a time in my life when in my 20s and 30s where that would have been the most boring thing in the world. And now it just seems like such a blessing. So if I don't get on the road pretty soon, I might not be able to keep it. It's good right now. Anyway, I'm very hopeful for 2021. We got to dig ourselves out of this hole financially. That's everybody, though, isn't it? Not definitely. You guys, superstars. Radio goes on, right?
For now, yeah.
Radio endureth.
Yeah.
Forever. And ever. Hallelujah. So the rest of us are 2 months, 2 pay cycles from being a checker at a grocery store. And that is not a joke.
Yeah.
That is real. Yeah. So I don't know. I might be the funniest clerk they ever had.
Everybody will want your line though. Your
line. You know what? That's what I'm hoping for. Or just to get so many customer service complaints that they fire me with a severance. That
either way.
Well, you could be a rock star.
What was your last job? I could what?
Oh, Anita, you froze there for a second, but you're back.
You could be a rock star on the radio again, like you were back in the 80s.
Oh, you know what? Radio endureth. That's a good idea. If I can figure out a way to do it from home in my pajamas. I guess y'all are doing that, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
Wait a minute. I will follow your career path.
Yes, you should.
Well, that's a first. Nobody's ever followed our career paths.
It's Faith Talk Live with Rick, Dan, and Anita.
Yeah.
Listen, you need a female sidekick. Yes, you got to get estrogen in here. But here's what I need to say. Rick and I, though, our careers have been intertwined since 1983. Is that right, Rick?
Yeah.
83?
I'm thinking it was more of 85, but I don't know that they had made the switch in 83.
I think I started maybe late 83, 84, and then you came to 85 about the time I was leaving.
Yeah. But you're legendary.
You know, that is what they say right before they put you in the Hall of Fame. they choose your pallbearers. Legendary is the line you get right before pallbearer. So thanks so much for speaking that into my. I did want to let your people know a ton of years ago, which would have been about 89. Maybe, I did a Christmas record of just piano. That people don't know that part of my life. That before I was doing comedy, I was playing the piano, quite successfully, I might say. I don't know how you judge that as a pianist. And I learned you got to put the T, pianist.
Yes. Yes. Be very careful with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So anyway, I did a Christmas album, and what we wanted to do, and it literally just got uploaded this morning, is we wanted to, I don't know how to say it, give it away. Like, if you want to go to the website and you want to get it, and it's been a hard year for you and you can't afford to donate anything, take it. We just want to bring joy into your life. If the Lord has blessed you, like if you invested in plastic face shields early on in 2019, and the Lord has prospered you in the face shield industry, and you would like to bless me if I've ever made you laugh, or if you're just feeling generous, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be because I made you laugh. It can just be because you feel sorry for me. You don't want me to go get to be a check. If you would like to leave a donation there, we would receive it with gratitude and thanksgiving, but we just really wanted to bless people. I think this is the Keith Green method. Am I right, Rick? You remember?
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah.
Keith Green.
I think Dan's way too young. He doesn't.
He doesn't know. He doesn't.
High school back then. Yeah.
He thought Keith Green was a garden plant.
Right. Well, Keith Green was an artist who was really out there, like incredible musician, but yet such a teacher and a prophet. And when he started doing music ministry, he didn't feel right charging for his albums, so he would give them away if you wanted or needed it, and he would rely on donations for the rest. And you know what? Good enough for Keith Green, good enough for me. So there's a project up there called Angelic Refrain, and it's the Christmas one. And you can just pick and choose the songs you want. You can delete them. This is how people do it now, right? They're like, oh, I like this one. So you can download all of them and just keep the ones you like. But there's a lot of I call it soothing background Christmas music. It's not jarring. It's not going to command any attention. It's good dinner. I was going to say dinner party music, but I guess nobody's having those in 2020. Nice to just have on in the background. And once again, we're just giving it away, unless you want to make a donation, and we would love that too. But we want to bless people. So there's that. And I don't know if we downloaded another project I have called Backdrop of Praise, which is just hymns on the piano. But both of those should be up there in the next couple of days. I know the Christmas one is live now.
Awesome.
So we would love for anybody who just wants some quiet piano joy in their 2020 jangly Christmas. We're there for you.
AnitaRenfroe.com is where you can check that out. Plus, there are other stuff too. You've got all the great stuff that's there.
There's videos that are downloadable. We prefer that now because there's no packaging, and people like to have their comedy digitally. So you can download it onto your computer and watch it anytime you want. So that way you don't have to wait. Don't have to wait till Christmas.
Hey, one of them, if I'm right, and if it's on there, you'll see me in the audience.
That's true. For sure.
I don't remember the name of that project.
Wait a minute.
It was filmed at LifeBridge.
It was called It should have been called Those Ain't Pants, but that's not what it was called.
Yeah. That's the one where we both, Dan and I saw you for the first time. Yeah. What church? I can't remember the church.
It was at LifeBridge. Where it was filmed. And
it was the
audience
taping I'd ever done, because I was in the back room and they were starting. Bradley did the warm up, I think.
Yep.
Bradley was out there just saying, "Get ready, get on your feet, welcome Anita Renfroe," or whatever. And I was putting my shoes on. Like, I wasn't even done getting dressed. Apparently, it felt very comfortable to be at my home church.
Yeah.
I did my own makeup for that one. I'd always hired somebody to come in and help me out. And this was the one where I was like, nah, I'm just going to put on my own lips tonight. How about that? So, I'm telling you, it was fun stuff. It was a fun night. I think I made Aaron blush about 9 times.
Yeah.
But he loved it. That's what I love about Aaron. Oh my goodness. Such a great guy. Okay. Anyway, Merry Christmas, you guys.
Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah. I hope you guys have a great Texas Christmas.
Yeah. You know what? It's supposed to be about 75. It's going to be a normal Texas Christmas. Short sleeves and turn on the air conditioning. What?
Yeah. I'm kind of jealous of that. Yeah.
But you were always North Texas, right? Dallas, Fort Worth.
Yeah, I was Dallas. Yeah.
That's a different climate. Y'all get the snow down from Oklahoma. We never get anything. But
that's true.
We're loving the peaceful life. I would love to be out, not quite as peaceful and solvent. That would be awesome. But
that would be good.
The Lord knows. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord knows the timing to raise you up, he also knows the timing to calm you down. So I'm going to sit here and just enjoy the calm.
Be calm.
That's awesome. Anita Renfroe, go to AnitaRenfroe.com. Hey, love you. Appreciate your time.
You guys. Thanks for having me. Merry Christmas to all your listeners and now lookers.
Yeah, lookers. We got lookers.
Kind of awkward, actually.
We got lookers and listeners.
We have peepers.
Yeah, Dan's been a looker for a long time. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith Talk Live.